It's going to be Halifa Nua jumping center against Rafael Castro. Georgetown gets the tap, and we're underway from the Smith Center. Malik Mack from Harvard gets the back door. It's knocked out of bounds by Castro. They tried an alley-oop on the first play, but Castro was watching it.
And remember, Mack, before going to play for Tom Amick, was a St. John's high school player. Really good player. Look, to see Garrett out here, how exciting is that, Byron? You're around this program.
First time since February 2024 getting to play an actual basketball game. He's been through so much, and excited to have him back with the Revs.
Love his sleeve. Got a sleeve tattoo with his
steal for Garrett Johnson. He'll take it down the floor, spins and reverse layup is good, and the Revs are on the board first. It looks good to me there, Jimmy. The big steal and the two.
I've always liked Garrett. He does a lot of little things, but he knows how to finish.
That is Deshaun Harris, and a steal by Castro. Castro drives, leans in, missed it, and the recovery is good by Halifa Nua.
Yeah, Halifa Nua, he's bigger than I thought. He's a real 7-footer.
So 2 quick steals to begin for the Revs defense. Marshall goes down, pass inside to Deshaun Harris-Smith. That shot is no good. Offensive rebound, 3-pointer from the right side is good from Malik Mack.
Can't leave him that open. That lefty's going to make that shot.
There's a look at Christian Jones. Goes all the way through and finishes through the defense to give GW the lead again. Could be a big year for Christian Jones as well.
Hey, great last year. There's a reason he was all league. This year he's voted second team. Got a pro game. That's what I love about him. Can't hit the shooter. You hit him.
Flipped Malik Mack there as he went by, and it's a foul against GW. Here's a look at Ed Cooley coming over from Providence. This is his 3rd season, 361 career victories.
I love Ed. Was on the recruiting trail when I was working for Gary Williams. He was with Al Skinner. We both ran the flex. And me, him, and Nick Cronin and a few others used to pal around. And then all of a sudden, Ed took the Fairfield job. I was at Loyola. He built Fairfield. And then he went home to Providence. And I was surprised he went to Georgetown. But you know what he said? I can win the national championship at Georgetown. No offense to Providence. This is a national job. I want to come here and rebuild it. Yep. So good for him. Just like Chris Caputo wanted to come back here because he saw how great of an area he was when he was at George Mason. But for Ed Cooley to come over here and play, this is the most Cooley-like team he's had. Love his assistants. Brian Blaney's one of my guys.
Jason Williford.
Jason, who's wonderful at Virginia. You know, Coach Battle, but
Greg Colucci is his general manager.
Greg Colucci,
who played here at GW.
Who played here at the GMs. Everybody has one now. And the whole thing about this is Ed's putting his real stamp on this program now.
Malik Mack, St. John's College High School, hits the free throws there. The Hoyas with a little bit of pressure from Mack in the backcourt. Jones against Mack. What a matchup this will be in this exhibition. Doesn't feel like an exhibition, feels like a real thing.
You asked me, Byron, what the difference is like practice to exhibitions. You saw Mack, you know, picking him up half court. You saw Mack activating the ball. See Christian Jones drives and there's somebody at the baseline. That's the difference about these games.
Caleb Williams will go down the right side to hand back to Mack. Castro's out there on him. The 3-pointer for Harris Smith is no good, and the rebound for the Revs. Trey Autry hands off to Garrett. Floats it down low, and Castro ducks it home! Over Halifa Nua. Thank you very much.
He's going to rim run like the Kansas Bill Self, Roy Williams rim run. That's what Castro does. But of course, Garrett gets him the ball in the right place at the right time, and Castro finishes. Ed Cooley will sub on that play.
This is a look at KJ Lewis, a transfer from Arizona. There's the trap. Malik Mack floats it in the corner. Open is Williams for 3. Rims out, Garrett the rebound.
That's 3 left-handers they have playing right there. That's 3 left-handers out there shooting. Those are hard to guard for the Hoyas.
Tyrone Marshall Jr. from the free throw line kicks it back out for Autry 3. Too hard. Johnson battles for the rebound. They're going to call a jump ball between him and Harris Smith, and we've reached a chance for substitutions. Look at this. Roger Ayers, Clarence Armstrong, and Mike Milione.
Great pass, catch, dunk. Yeah, I love Clarence and Roger. They came over. Of course, Mike's younger. Terry Warmer passed away, a very long-time legendary official. Did his last game with Roger in the NCAA. That's what everybody's talking about. Terry Warmer was a wonderful man, great referee. R.I.P., brother.
And that's our first substitution for Boo Boo Benjamin getting a chance. And Marshall saves it from going out of bounds. Autry gets it to Castro.
See, Autry's just going to
surprised he didn't lay that up. Yeah,
just lay that up.
A little too unselfish here, but he did draw the foul. Here's Chris Caputo. Caputo now 52 and 46, his 4th year.
Really put his
for the Revs.
Really, and Byron, you've been on this program a long time. Chris really put his stamp on this. Him and Julie, love his wife. Kept his staff intact. Okay, that's a really big thing. He kept guys that he recruited that got good in Trey and Castro and Christian. Christian, of course, redshirted. People should understand that out there. It's okay. His stamp last year on this program, the way Ed Cooley's going to this year, now he's taking the next step. Love the Florida game in a neutral site. South Florida, and you going, taking a 3-game set down in the Caymans. AU's coming back on the schedule. Byron, give us your quick thoughts on Chris Caputo's evolution.
Yeah, there seems to be a patience in the way he's doing things. And as you said, getting better every year, adding all these double-figure scores. Another big from Northwestern, Luke Hunger, not a double-figure score, but certainly very valuable, just came into the game. That pass is intended for Vince Iwuchekwu, who just came in, a 7-footer, and it goes out of bounds back to the Revs. But also, Jean Arenguren is in for the first time. You mentioned him from Hofstra getting a chance. Multiple lineups from Caputo. As we said, 23 to 28 different lineups against Temple. Going to try to mix and match and see who flows the best together.
Yeah, look, this is a work in progress. It's all about the A-10, which doesn't start till December 31st. Look, Jean Arenguren can really play. They call him JC. Nice
there is a nice up and under move from Tyrone Marshall Jr. He got the room. And he got the two-handed Thunder Jam.
Thunder Jam. We're back, Byron. Yeah, he can really, that's what he's going to do. He's a foreman that can finish. But Jean from Hofstra can really play. I saw him a lot in the CAA. He's a really good player. He brings a lot of experience. He's kind of a just competitive, tough guy. Like he knows how to switch. He knows how to dog, Mac up full court, makes him get it to his right, going to his right. Like he knows what he's doing, Jean, which I love.
That 3 from Mac is late. Bubu Benjamin with a one-handed alley-oop attempt. Rims out, and Malik the other way. 3-pointer for Caleb Williams splashes home, and we're even up.
That's what you got to watch for. Look, the 3-point. GW seems to have the momentum. No, they don't. It's a tie game because they hit 2 3-pointers.
Yep, that's a 5-point swing. A good steal there from KJ Lewis. He anticipated the pass to Autry. It'll be a foul on Autry and GW. We've got a timeout on the floor.
KJ Lewis from Arizona. He's the most intriguing guy to me.
Both these two doing a great job of recruiting. There's a dunk from Marshall. We're even at 9. First time out at Smith Center in this Big X basketball. That'll be Caleb Williams to trigger in. That's Bubu Benjamin, number 8, near the A-10 logo. 3-quarter court pressure from Garrett Johnson. Jeremiah Williams, substitution for first time, brings it up. The handoff for Williams, Caleb Williams. Pressure. Feeding is KJ Lewis. The floater with the right hand's too hard. Johnson taps it back to Lewis. 3-pointer top of the key is good for the Hoyas. Caleb Williams.
Our friend from Sidwell Friends, but you got to get back on D.
There is Bubu Benjamin driving to the baseline for the dunk. And yep, can't sleep on that. Cuts it to 1.
Bubu Benjamin more athletic than I thought. I knew that Tyrone Marshall was that athletic, but Bubu Benjamin showing some quick ups.
There's a drive inside. The turnaround layup is good for KJ Lewis. See his Arizona skill there.
Yeah, this is what we talked about. My friend Martin Bahar, who does all the games around the country. Look, when you find these guys, they might not have been the stars on their team, but they played at Arizona and St. John's and USC and Baylor. They played in really big games in
Luke
really tough
Hunger,
situations.
the backdoor pass to Arenguren, and it's stripped away by the Hoyas.
Yeah, JC's got to finish that one.
And we stop the clock. We have a foul away from the ball inside. It might be Luke Hunger there trying to establish positioning. Look at the elevation from Bubu Benjamin. He had 31 starts last year from Tarleton State. 6'7" out of Alberta and Medicine Hat. So Hoyas will take over. That's already the 3rd team foul against GW. Out of the corner, the 3 out the corner is no good. Garrett Johnson, a good box out, rips it away for the board. Overplay, taking advantage as Christian Jones floats it up and in.
That's why
Castro thought it was an alley-oop.
The weight room has served Christian Jones straight, and I always say he's got a little James Harden in his game. You just saw that there, the floater with the right hand. can switch hands, knows how to get in the paint. Really good player.
That one is tapped out by Castro again and racing up. How about this pace from GW? Christian Jones fighting through a screen there is Isaiah Abraham. Another local product. Boo Boo showing some skill from the outside, misses that one, and the tap rebound inside is going to be over the back.
Great hustle, but over the back. Now this is where if Boo Boo can make that, that's his next progression, and that's what you want to find out. Everybody's going to want to shoot the threes to a degree. Caleb Williams has shown a lot of confidence. He's gotten better from year 1 to 2 on Georgetown.
Tony Taylor just walked by, haven't seen him in a long time.
Grab.
Tosh Turner, an assistant who played at Louisville, also was at GW during the NIT championship.
Played at Louisville.
Mike Bray, we mentioned. Stretch was here yesterday. Akingbola.
Oh, Babatunde, the block, the shot block. Man, we were here when he broke the record.
Chock full of stars of yesteryear and today here at GW.
Tony Taylor, we tried to get him. Me and Brian Blaney,
yep.
assistant at
smooth shooter.
Blaney tried his hardest.
Playmaker.
It was the head coach. It's my fault. No, he just came and played here because it was a bigger school. We had him at Loyola, but Stepanak's turned into a national power. Let me tell you, the first great player Stepanak really had. It wasn't Timmy O'Toole, the assistant. It was Tony Taylor. I'm joking. Timmy O'Toole's our friend, but Stepanak is like a top 10 program now. And that's just one of those things where, like, the Cooley staff knows where to go to get players. Caputo and his staff. Because you're going to get these guys second time around. It doesn't matter where you are. Guys are going to change schools 2 or 3 times in their career. It's just the way it is.
This is Jeremiah Williams. The handoff for Kayvon Mulready. That is Halifa Nua. Mulready dials up a 3 and splashes it home. Got good range.
The Hoyas is shooting it better from 3 than I thought.
4 of 9 for the Hoyas, 0 for 2 for GW. Leaning in as Dinkins got pushed to the back. They're going to call that one. Clarence Armstrong has the call. But I was excited watching Trey Dinkins in practice yesterday and what he can bring with all the experience. He's an all-conference second-team selection. Cardinal O'Hara. Canisius started his career at Duquesne last year. And he can be that type of player because he has so much A-10 experience, really help his team.
Yeah, he was on GW Coach's show. Talked about O'Hara at junior college to Canisius to Duquesne to here. And that's okay. He brings a lot of experience, but he can shoot the ball.
Castro would love to have that one back. Just inside it, rims out.
See, double team. That's the opposite guard double teaming for George Washington there.
Another 3, Mulready feeling it, but doesn't get that one to front rim.
Ty Bevins shot it good during fantasy camp. Look at that throw.
Ty Bevins gets it outside. Dinkins from Kogan Plaza misses that one.
The 21st Amendment will show our age.
There you go.
I think that Ty Bevins is going to play minutes because he's tall. It's his second year, and he can shoot the ball well. See, they're doubling
Backdoor
the post.
pass inside for Abraham.
They're doubling the post too early, therefore they're going to give up layups.
They'll see that on film, but this is why exhibitions are so important against good teams. Garrett Johnson step back 3, too hard. Abraham from Paul VI gets the rebound.
You don't have to double till he starts to dribble. Because you're giving the offense. Look at that, just scrambling out. The defense is scrambling too much right now.
And there's Caleb out of the corner, in and out. Off of the 7-footer out of bounds. Another media timeout at 11:55. These 4 minutes won by Mac here. In the first 8 minutes on a sold-out Smith Center Saturday night. I had people texting me, I just came up to get tickets. They're sold out. I can't get in.
Gotta get in. Gotta buy season tickets.
Gotta buy season tickets.
It's a bargain, by the way. So a little 2-1-2, 3-quarter court with no trap by Georgetown just to create pace and to not let what? Because everybody knows Coach Caputo and GW is very good at half-court offenses. Takes them out of that.
Mike Bray, GW grad, 1982. Atlanta Hawks assistant coach. Notre Dame all those years. Delaware, Duke, DeMatha.
Yes.
He's going to join us.
Mike Baker's with Jack Bruin. To ask more of that, Mike Baker just passed away. Very famous bar they worked at after bingo on Friday nights. That's the DC DMV coaching fraternity. You grind it through. You're lucky to be part of it, and you end up in good places. Mike Bray, the greatest guy we know.
Tyrone Marshall Jr. is back at the lineup. Bounces it out to Autry. Castro with 10 on the shot clock. Autry fires at 3. Good defense in the corner for the Hoyas.
And you got to match up in transition here.
Driving all the way through his Williams, and Castro just rips it out of the air. The block and the rebound at the same time. Tyrone Marshall Jr. 3. Side rimmed it.
Wish he took that to the
still
basket.
looking for their first three-pointer. Jeremiah will settle it down. Jaden Fort for Iwu Chekwu. That's Moretti. Tyrone Marshall trying to force him to the left. Scoop pass over to Jeremiah Williams. And he'll drive all the way through for the lay-in. Largest lead.
Tough move. See, you asked me who can learn what from this. GW has to learn. This is the Big East basketball. They're ready. They got something to prove. They're part of a comeback story too. You know, they're trying to revive that program.
They already got to play in the Global Jam in Canada. They beat Brazil and Japan in Toronto. They've had some experience with international basketball this off-season.
And you know how important it is. Byron, look, you've been around this a long time, whether it's the Nuggets at UVA. Well, hey, you have 20 years here at GW. And all those little games start to add up, but it's about January and February.
Luke Hunger and Moretti. No one's going to let go of the basketball. They got to be careful. It's an exhibition. The guys are still holding on. They want to be the last one to hold on to the basketball.
Hey,
and now Clarence Armstrong and Roger Ayers come in.
Luke Hunger played.
Big Ten.
Luke Hunger played for Northwestern in the Big Ten. He'll get his back. He knows what's going on. He's played against the Purdue's and the Michigan States.
Man,
Chris
Collins.
I love it.
Like, I'm not going to be the last one to let go of this basketball. 10:37 left in the first half. A little bit of a drought here for GW. Scoreless in the last 3:38. Moretti gets the call for the personal foul. That's the fourth team against the Hoyas.
Worcester Academy, which has put out tons of players, going back to the Don Nelson years. That's where Moretti's from. But I like his feistiness and toughness. He wants playing time, too.
Aaron Gurren will drive the right side. Jean kicks it out for Hunger. He'll fire up a three-pointer. Side rim it, no. And the long rebound out to Boo Boo Benjamin. Down in the corner, driving is Aaron Gurren. Back to Boo Boo. They'll set it up. Luke Hunger works his way to the right side. Looks at the back door for Aaron Gurren. 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it over for Boo Boo Benjamin. The three is short.
Yeah, the three's just, I don't want to say stop taking them because that would be, silly because you need them in today's modern game, but maybe take a few more twos first.
Malik Mack in rhythm.
He looks better. He struggled last year, in my opinion, in his transfer year from Harvard. Ivy League, very good, not the Big East. He looks better. He looks better.
Driving is Aaron Gurren all the way through. Lost the ball out of bounds. Back to the Hoyas. Smothering defense from Georgetown. Substitutions, mass substitutions. Trey Dinkins, Christian Jones, and Slim coming back in for the Rebs.
Yeah, Matt's my most surprised, and I knew he was a good player. I'm not saying that at all. I watched him play Harvard, Yale. I watched him at St. John's. Under control, stronger, confident. He's going to have a good year. That's my first assessment of today.
Jones will float it into Castro. He'll kick it out for Dinkins. Sets his feet. Three-pointer. First one of the night for George Washington. And that's the kind of experience coming away from Duquesne that he's going to bring to this Rebs squad. Nice double pick there from Georgetown. The kick out is good. That is no good, though, by Lewis. Big rebound is tapped out. 4-on-2 potential. Dinkins NBA three-pointer off the glass and in. It counts. Delman Library for Trey Dinkins from downtown.
It's 23-19. Shooters know how to make those shots. You think it's lucky bank shot, but he's a good shooter, so they tend to go in.
Driving outside for Jaden Fort. Mid-range jumper is an air ball for Iwu Chekwu. The long rebound out to Boo Boo Dinkins. Oh, on the heat check. Kicks it out for Boo Boo. He sets his feet. Three. In and out.
It's a good look, too. But he had the big coming at him. Boo Boo had the big.
Marshall Jr. battles for it, and it's off of Georgetown. That's why you don't give up on rebounds. The coach is going to love showing that. It's not a 50-50, but he finds a way to get the ball back. Here's Dinkins for three off the glass and in.
We like
it still
that.
Counts.
I still think when Uwachukwu, who was at USC, the Southern Cal USC, and then St. John's, He's come here to find his third chance. He's got to listen to Ed Cooley. No threes, dominate inside, try to become an inside player. But when he came flying out, I want to see Castro or someone drive the ball by him. They got to
Big
get
steal,
back.
Harris, from Malik Mack. The alley-oop and above the rim. There you go. Iwu Chekwu making up for lost time.
That's what he should do. Not shoot threes. Take it to the rim run.
After 3 misses, the Hoyas are back in business. Christian Jones kicks it back outside. Dinkins, a long three-pointer again. And he's in a flow coming off.
That's why they brought him here. I said he's not
run.
just old. He can shoot the ball.
9-4 run for GW. Another three-pointer from the big man. Ball's loose on the floor, and it'll be a rebound foul against, looks like, Christian Jones for GW. Both teams battling on the boards. Each team with 13 rebounds. Timeout on the floor at 7-4-7. A dunk for the Hoyas. They have a three, but this doesn't feel like an exhibition game, Mike. This feels like the real deal.
That's what's great for these kids, to be in this atmosphere in their first dress rehearsal. I think is just fabulous that they now allow these exhibition games to be open to the public. It's just, again, a great atmosphere. And 2 teams that can really defend. I mean, I'm so impressed with the athletic ability defensively on both sides.
Boo Boo Benjamin up and under trying to once again, but Castro can't handle the low feed. And Boo Boo again staying with the play. He's from Tarleton State. I like the energy he's bringing to GW.
He really is. I'm impressed. I'm so impressed with the job that he's done here. I mean, they've got good momentum. They've got good energy again. This is a great basketball spot, George Washington University, and I think we've got great momentum going again.
We're talking to you off air with the Atlanta Hawks now as an assistant in the NBA, and you joke with me, all I have to worry about is basketball now, right?
I tell you what, I haven't had to make a recruiting call, or no one's asked me about NIL in 3 years. It's been nice. The NBA is neat because it is all B-ball. Now, 82 games compared to 30 has been an adjustment for me, but I've enjoyed it. The ability level and the skill level of the guys in that league blows my mind.
Do they listen to you? Do they listen to you?
You know, everyone asked me that after year one, and I have found that no different than the kids I had at Notre Dame or Delaware, they want to be coached. They want to be coached hard. It's their craft, and they are amazingly coachable. It was very refreshing to be in that atmosphere.
When you walk back on the campus here at GW, does it bring back some memories of when you were here?
It does. I was hoping the GW Deli was open across the street because I still got my turkey and Swiss order, you know, in the back of my mind. I'd pick it up, I'd come down, I'd sit up in the bleachers and eat before practice. My mother was a swimming coach here while I was an undergrad, so, you know, my dad got his master's from here. We're a GW family, so very cool to be back in Foggy Bottom.
And this place, as you can see tonight, is quite a home court advantage. I remember when Tony Bennett and UVA came in here in 2015, and you know, this, as you mentioned, the natatorium is right next door, so the humidity can affect you a little bit, and it's a bandbox sometimes.
It is a bandbox. My last game I was part of was Delaware. We played Siena, and then we played GW in a tournament here. Oh,
ball's knocked away. Hustle. Both teams are hustling. That is Jaden Fort. He'll go in. They're letting him play. Roger Ayers, Clarence Armstrong, and Mike Milione, and that's a three from the outside. Nobody boxed him out. Malik Mack gets it inside. It's blocked away. It's blocked away again by Castro. Shot clock says 13. The hustle on defense. But you got to get a rebound, too. A trap in the corner. That's Jaden Fort. That's setting his feet is KJ Lewis. In and out. Tyrone Marshall Jr. finally the rebound. Trey Dinkins. A lot of adrenaline flowing for Trey in his first game with GW coming over from Duquesne. KJ Lewis in and out, and the rebound inside is good. Basket will count for Seal Dujuf. And Georgetown has a chance for a three-point play. But, you know, looking back at your career, obviously with DeMatha and all the great players that have come from that great institution, I'm sure you have memories of some of the players from those times as well.
I was so fortunate to play for Morgan Wooten at DeMatha. Then I went back when I finished here in '82, coached the JV, taught U.S. history, and was his assistant. And just, you know, a great training ground
I was
to
going
be
to say,
back.
did you learn a lot from Wooten and
I really
style?
did.
Yeah.
He was a teacher. He was an educator. I played for him and then coached with him. And I was just so lucky. And then my best players at Delaware, Mike Pegues, a DeMatha kid, and Jaron Grant out at Notre Dame. DeMatha guys have been good to me in my coaching career.
Yeah, that's a nice connection to have. And both those players were so fun to watch, Mike, as you were coaching them over the years. Now, when do the Hawks start? Do they start this week?
22nd on Wednesday. We got the Raptors, and we're out of the gate. And then two on the road. So 82 games start up. Here we go.
Yep.
And it's an amazing journey. But it's and what I'm amazed at, an NBA game, how long it is, 48 minutes. I'm in this college game, and I'm like, man, this game's moving pretty quick. I've been around the NBA game. It's 3 hours, 48 minutes.
They take those television timeouts.
Long TV.
Yeah.
But you got
but
a
the
lot
Hawks
of
are going to be good, right?
I think we got a chance to make the jump because we made some moves this summer. The East is open. The East has had some injuries, right? Boston, Indianapolis.
The Knicks are a little different.
Yeah, so we got a chance to make a move out of the play-in. We've been in the play-in the last couple of years, and so Porzingis, Alexander Walker, Luke Kennard. I think that's a foul. Come on, man.
Yeah, they're definitely letting them play here to begin this game, but good hustle to keep that possession. Yeah, Porzingis has reinvented himself over the years, and to see what he can do at the level that he can play.
Got to keep him healthy, but he's so gifted, and I think Trae Young is excited to learn how to play with somebody like this. He's never really had somebody like this to play with in Atlanta, and I think it's been neat to watch the two of them. Great cut.
Great steal inside as well. Both teams elite defense here to begin the first 15 minutes. Jeremiah Williams off the pick and roll. Back outside for KJ Lewis. There's Jones out to trap. Into the corner, Malik Mack bouncing off of Marshall. Great ball movement by the Hoyas. Trapped down low. Driving inside is Caleb Williams, and he's able to finish. So that's 5 in a row from the Hoyas. But I just imagine, your times at Delaware and Notre Dame, a lot of times they're just secret scrimmages where you just go for a quarter or two, and then sometimes you'll play a full game, but it depends, right?
We always played around when you do game situations.
Okay.
There was no one in the building, which I thought, hurt the atmosphere. But you'd play maybe 3 20-minute halves, or you'd play game situations. And I should say, you did get stuff out of it, but I don't think there's anything like playing with the crowd. You got your uniform on.
Castro with a block.
Great defense.
And a steal back for Georgetown. There's a 3, and it is good for Caleb Williams, and he's showing a hot hand. Ed Cooley's done a nice job acquiring some talent as well.
No question. He really has. Remember him from his Providence days when we were back in the Big East together. He's a mover, shaker, hustler. You'd want your son to play for him. But the same with Chris Caputo. Your kind of guys you'd send your son to them, and they'd be really handled the right way. Great pass.
Long three-pointer is going to be short. Easy rebound for Diouf. Malik Mack is fouled. And that'll get us to immediate timeout. Mike, so great to hang
Great to be with you, man.
Good luck this season with the Hawks.
Thank you, buddy.
Welcome back to GW.
Good to be back in the city.
That is Mike Bray, legendary coach and alumnus time here at GW.
Look, GW basketball has to finish this half strong with 3 minutes to go. Because while we're having fun and it's a great environment, and you know how this goes, Byron, the environment, the fun and all that, but now it's basketball and you're down 9. You've let them have too many open looks from the 3. Their depth is matching your depth, and they do have experience playing other games, like you said, up in Canada, playing Brazil, etc. But right here, I want to see GW finish with a little bit of a strong, cut this down to 5 or 6.
Yeah, Max had a good half. Caleb Williams has had a good half, and here comes a little pressure from the Hoyas. Trey Autry over to Trey Dinkins. They break the press. Autry back in the corner. Marshall thinks about it out there against the 7-footer.
See, that's when
posting up his hunger.
The three-point line gets you in trouble. You don't have to worry about the three if you're Marshall. Just drive that ball and score.
And the shot clock, for some reason, reset. I don't think the ball ever hit the rim. So Roger Ayers notices that, and they put it back to 11.
Roger Ayers, Final Four ref.
It was a great exchange. You said a couple times he went over to talk to Mike Perez.
Well, he was the Terry Warmer thing has really touched a lot of lives. Clarence and him all worked together. Like I said, but he worked in the last game, one of Caputo's last games during that Miami run. But, you know, we've said this before, the referees have a great community. 9 out of 10 of them are doing it because they love the game. And it's just
Trey Autry, a three-pointer from the right side, and that's a big one for GW. It makes it a 2-possession game.
Out of the out-of-bounds play. See, that's what you want. You want to
almost
execute.
A 2-possession game. My mathematics is not good. 7.
That's all right. Out-of-bounds play execution is key. Those are situations that are tough to simulate, as you said, Byron. Those out-of-bounds key situations. Cut it from 10 to 7.
The floater inside by the 7-footer is no good. That is Halifa Nua. Another rebound for GW. They have 20 boards. Trey Autry, the three, top of the key.
Good luck.
A little bit short. Hunger taps it back out to him. Garrett Johnson. 2 minutes left of the half. This is a big possession. Tyrone Marshall Jr. leans in, floats with the right hand, and got it to go. How about the body control from Marshall?
How about the tip out by Hunger? See, those are things as coaches I look for. Hunger kept that alive by tipping it out. Then the post feed to Marshall, scores on the post up.
Now it's a 2-possession game. Caleb Williams. Halifa Nua. Step back by Malik Mack. Wow, that's better. An NBA shot.
That's just, he's gotten better. And that's all I can say. Him and Caleb Williams are going to be a problem in the Big East for other teams to guard.
Hunger has it into the front court. Marshall over to Trey Dinkins. Hunger looking down low. Dinkins through the screen. He'll fire. He's crushed and no call. Wow. A minute left in the half. Malik Mack, great pass inside to the big man. Halifa Nua, easy too. For timeout for Coach. Classes on Monday, of course, not tomorrow. I always feel like it's the middle of the week.
That's because you're doing so many sports, including Major League Baseball, which we'll talk about later.
Washington Spirit at 12:30, GW at 6 o'clock. It's been a busy day.
Spirit of drawing crowds, I hear.
Almost 200,000 this year, which was a team record.
Sports
and they're the second seed in the NWSL, so yeah, they're doing great.
Well, what happens is that's why this is such a competitive area for the fan base, and Ed Cooley's learning that. There isn't like one team like in Providence to go to the games. In other words, you have to win, you have to be exciting, and because there's 10 things to choose from in
Trey
TNV.
Dinkins off the screen from Castro, fadeaway 3. Draws a little bit of iron, and the rebound for Jeremiah Williams. The Georgetown defense has been up to the task.
It is, and I think Dinkins is really good, but he's taking a couple of tough shots.
Dinkins 3 for 7, all from outside the arc. Shot clock, game clock, about 4-second diff. That's a look from Caleb Williams into the 7-footer. Did not hear the horn, but they got it off.
Clarence
it should have been a shot clock violation, and Roger Ayers was on it. And they should reset the clock to about 4 seconds, not 3.3. Well, it doesn't look like they're going to do that. Should be over 4 seconds left if they're calling a shot clock violation.
Nice
Castro
pass.
Inside to Autry. Off the glass at the horn. And GW does make it a 2-possession game with Maurice Creek and Isaiah Zeke Armwood, both from huge conferences coming to play for George Washington 2012, 2013, and 2014. Backdoor is kicked, intended for Mack. Going to be honored to be joined by those GW alums. There's a look at Ed Cooley. GW begins November 3rd against Maine. Georgetown begins November 3rd against Morgan State. They also have an exhibition on the 30th, we talked about at UK. Kentucky Wildcats.
They tipped that inbounds pass. You got to get that loose ball.
Big rebound underneath, and Caleb Williams lays it in. Second chance points for the Hoyas, 11-3. Christian Jones, stutter step drive, floats it off the glass and got it to go. Good hustle by Christian Jones, setting the table to begin the second half.
Yeah, I like that. Keep getting in the paint. Don't settle for jump shots.
Harris Smith against Marshall Jr.
Paul VI played for Glenn Ferrillo, one of the best coaches in the country, Harris Smith. Looking kind of for a new start here.
Caleb Williams trying for 5 points out of the blocks to begin the second half. Tyrone Marshall gets the rebound. Garrett Johnson steps back. Looking for his second field goal of the young exhibition season, and he lays it in.
See, keep driving the ball to the basket. Get the ball to the paint.
90 seconds in here, beginning the second half. Ball's knocked out of bounds. It goes off of Malik Mack. What a play by Garrett Johnson.
I can tell Ed Cooley's frustrated with Iwachuka. He knows how important this is as a USC and a St. John's transfer, but every possession matters at this. Ed Cooley doesn't like senseless turnovers. He's a really great guy, but he takes his non-turnovers serious. That's why he still runs the flex from Al Skinner.
There is Garrett Johnson from the side. Side rim, no good.
Okay, got a matchup in transition. That's too easy.
Malik Mack all the way to the rim on the left side.
Continues to be the most improved player of the day, Malik Mack from Georgetown. It's gotten better.
Back up to 6 for the Hoyas. That was their lead at halftime after the 3 from Trey Autry. 38-32. Christian Jones down the lane, floats it off the glass. That is an amazing shot. The scoop layup high off the glass, hard to block, and he lays it in.
That's why I said he's like James Harden. He gets in there right or left, knows how to finish.
Soft touch, that's a great analogy. Harden with that soft touch as well. Caleb Williams with the floater. Both teams are heating up to begin the second half.
Yeah, both coaching staffs. You see Brian Blaney will tell him to stop the drive. You see Jason Williford over there. You know, this is like a...
Trey Autry weaves down the paint. The floater is too hard, and it's ripped away by Harris Smith, showing his strength going coast to coast against Johnson. The kick out.
Pass.
Malik Mack will take his place. Ball's knocked away. Castro almost had a chance.
Those loose balls you got to get. You hope that it doesn't end up in a 3. Good job by GW. Good job by GW matching up after that loose ball.
KJ Lewis. 17. Backroom no. Tap no good. Rebound. Walking the tightrope. Autry taps it to his buddy Christian Jones. That was intended for Castro, but KJ Lewis was all over it. And a foul on the backcourt, Tyrone Marshall Jr.
It's actually all right. It's a good foul because he stopped the ball. You know, they had a match. Christian Jones trying to thread the needle. I don't mind the look. I actually like Marshall fouling there, so he gets the defense to match up.
Substitutions for GW. Boo Boo is back in. Hunger is returning. Trey Dinkins. And this is something that GW is going to hang their hat on this year, as they can go 10-11 deep.
Yeah, and if this was a real game, maybe Chris Caputo wouldn't sub as much, but you have to find out against an opponent of a Big East Georgetown caliber. By the way, they have a national championship and 4 Final Four appearances there. Like, this is what you want to find out on October, you know, at this early date on the 18th. And switching that out. Nice defense.
The ball's knocked around, and we've had some empty possessions for GW thanks to the perimeter defense from the Rebs.
Yeah, the Rebs making the Hoyas turn it over, and Ed Cooley's not happy. I told you, they're not happy with empty possessions, especially when they were kind of misreads or big guy doesn't catch the ball.
Dinkins, a little low pass for Tyrone Marshall Jr. Posting up against Harris Smith. Double team, might have walked.
Yep, he did.
AA run, and that was the goal. We just wanted to bring GW basketball back, and I'm happy to see the kids now are looking healthy and having a great season out here.
Did you see Zeke as well? Have you seen him?
Yeah, I saw Zeke. He's still as crazy as ever, but that was my dog.
Yeah, he's still crazy, huh?
Yeah.
So tell me about your career. Where you played a lot of different places. You're still playing now, right?
Yes, sir. I'm playing for a team called Capital. They're the Capital Seahawks.
Yeah.
They are in Bowie, Maryland, and we had a great season last year. So hopefully we can have a great season this year as well.
And you played in Ukraine and Greece and Denmark and a lot of different places over your career, right?
Yeah. Like I said, 10 years overseas is a long time. Played in so many different countries. I got to experience a lot of different things, and just wanted to keep it back home, and I'm happy to be here now.
How many different languages can you speak?
Oh, no, I can't speak no different languages.
Big three-pointer there for Boo Boo.
I should have learned, but I didn't.
Well, that's what happens to me. I don't just pick up what you need to do to order, right?
Yeah.
Order some food.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Well, you mentioned the NCAA run. I mean, one of the favorite Mo Creek moments was the Maryland game. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, it was very personal for me. People didn't know Maryland was my favorite team growing up as a kid, and it was circled on my list to beat that team because they weren't recruiting me after I had for my graduate year. So it was either Marshall, Texas, or GW. I wanted Maryland to be a part of it. They didn't want to. So when I got the opportunity to take that shot, I was like, I got to make it count. And obviously, we all know what happened. And
yeah, that was a great feeling.
And
it
was a great feeling, and I'm happy I got that opportunity for sure.
Yeah, that year was special. 13-14, making it to the NCAA tournament. I know Keithan breaking his foot hurt a lot, but you guys were determined to get this team back. That was the first time this team had been to the NCAA tournament in 7 years.
Absolutely. And like I said, we had a great
the
piece.
Memphis game.
Yeah,
right?
The Memphis game.
Yep.
Hopefully, honestly, I don't know what happened with the headbutt to the eye, and I was out for a while,
right.
But it was just a blessing.
Right?
Huh?
You probably had a concussion, right?
I didn't actually,
yeah.
But it was more so I had to go through the stitching and the needles and everything like that. But like I said, it was just a blessing of a year, man. We had Patricio Garino as well, and Kevin Larson and Zeke and Nick
McDonald.
Yeah,
right?
Joe McDonald, my point guard. That's my dog to this day.
Yeah, he's a good man.
And it's just, we had so many pieces. We all treated each other like family, and that's what kept us winning games. And, we didn't care who was doing what. All we wanted to do was win.
This is Maurice Creek, and transferred from Indiana to come to GW. How about this atmosphere, sold out, and they're playing Georgetown. It's probably something that you guys had hoped for so many years, but sold out in an exhibition.
Absolutely. I like it here, man. I like how it looks in here. Like I said, I'm glad it's like this because, it just feels like it's back, and it's here in D.C. where it needs to be.
And this could be home court advantage, right? Because there's very few arenas that are like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So tell me about your life right now. What else is going on?
I'm just around. I work out every day. I'm actually working out with the Capital City Go-Go's team right now, just being a practice player, trying to, keep in contact with the guys and stuff like that, just giving them a good feel of what a professional athlete is and everything like that. And like I said, this is something I want to build connections with. I want to build my connections here as well. And, like I said, I'm just around, still hooping, still doing something I love until it's over with.
Are you mentoring? Are you helping out other players that come to you for
Absolutely.
advice?
I have a couple of kids that I mentor.
Yeah.
Now I haven't gotten to the adult side of it yet, but I know that's coming for sure. And when it does, I'm gonna be willing to do the same thing and just tell them how a professional really is supposed to be out with things and see where it goes from there.
There's a big steal from Boo Boo. Trey Dinkins, the stutter step. They're letting a lot go here. This is a good physical game for both teams. Garrett Johnson three. Got it! When you've gone through injuries and stuff like that, Garrett Johnson has not played in a game since 2024.
Oh, wow.
What does that mean for a player to come back and be able to get back and play the game that you love?
It means a lot. When you out there and can't do what you love, you miss it a lot. So I know he's out here giving it out his all, and I know he misses a lot. I'm glad he's out here making a big statement for this team right now. It's huge for him.
People talk about, heat check for Garrett Johnson there. Saved by Castro. Boo Boo's got it. And they don't call a foul. It's out of bounds off of George Washington. People talk about a lot, these scrimmages. You have these secret scrimmages, Mo. Sometimes it's just, possession here or first quarter here. But what does it, here's Garrett Johnson 3, by the way. Let's watch that. But what does it mean to play a good team, Maurice, in an exhibition? How much will it help them that they're playing a good team once the regular season starts?
It'll definitely help them out a lot. It's just when you get that physicality from a good team like Georgetown, it'll make you ready for the season. And I know Georgetown's going to have a great year as well, and they really helping out these guys.
Yeah. And the fact that, there's the Big Five in Philly. All the local teams play each other in Philly. I would love that to happen in D.C.
Yeah.
Maybe this is the start of something like that.
Yeah, I think this could be definitely a rivalry for sure. Have everybody just play each other. It should have been happening, but I hope it's starting off now with this happening.
Did you play Kenner League?
I didn't play Kenner League this year, but I did back in
It's too close.
Oh, my goodness. Well, tell me about coming here from Villanova, Coach Lonergan getting you here. What did that mean to you to play here at GW and how it affected your college career?
It kind of was like not a restart, but a reboost because Coach Lonergan was coming here. I was coming here. We're both from the area. He was looking to move forward and prosper throughout his career, and I was looking to play a bigger role. So it was kind of like a matchmaker, which worked out for both of us.
You guys had some lethal players. You were one of the bigs. Kevin Larson for a while, Joe McDonald, Keith and Savage, Mo was there. Big three-pointer for Boo Boo. Benjamin, I like his athleticism.
Yeah.
But tell me about those teams and what they meant to you.
It meant a lot, man, honestly, because it was like a little brotherhood. Those couple years we were together. Coach Lonergan got us together. We had Joe, we had Mo, me. Then the young guys, Kevin and Patricio, came in, and then they did their thing, man. It was their gym, their area. So,
were you able to see what they did in the NIT in 2016?
I did, yes, I did. I watched them. I followed them all the way up until this day because they both still playing professionally as well.
Yeah. And how about your professional career? You've been to a lot of different places. What was that like for you?
Eye-opening, great experiences, no complaints whatsoever. Not one.
Kid from Baltimore getting to see the world, right?
Yeah, I played in about 8 different countries, man. No complaints at all.
Did you ever see Mo when you were in Europe and stuff?
I never.
Really? Did you see some other buddies?
I played against Mo one time in Romania. I came across Tony one time, but we always follow each other, but it's rare that we play in the same leagues because there's so many leagues over there.
Well, another three-pointer for Georgetown. They have hit 9. GW has hit 8. Both teams. How about the level of play here in an exhibition game, Zeke? These two teams are going at it.
Yeah, you can see it was getting chippy early in the first half as well.
Getting physical, right?
Yeah, they probably see each other walking on the street every day, so I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all.
And Coach Caputo's going to want a timeout after that breakaway transition, it looks like. Trey Dinkins coming over from Duquesne at point for GW. Here's a timeout.
Okay.
For the Revs. In Baltimore, Montrose Christian had all those great seasons with the GW and got to play the pros. And Mo was telling me about how he's wrapping up his career.
Okay.
You're wrapping up your career. How important was it for you to be able to play that, and what do you think you want to do next?
Up in the air. I'm definitely going to stick around the game. Because that's what I'm passionate about.
Yeah. Do you think you want to be a coach or something, or a mentor or something like
Possibly.
that? Possibly. Yeah.
Definitely not a head coach, though.
Yeah.
Possibly, for sure. On a high school level, college level, for
you
sure.
were with Capital City Go-Go?
Yes, I was with them their first year at D.C.
Was Pops the general manager?
Yeah, Pops was the general manager.
Was it nice to he's such a good dude. Was it nice to be able to commiserate with him?
It was actually great because I got to know him once I came to GW. And then once I played overseas, he was still playing, and I was following his career. And then we reached out to each other one year. What are you doing? You want to play? Perfect. It was that simple.
Yeah.
It was that simple. So, and I learned a lot from him just watching him along the way.
Well, we talk about that and how important it is, kind of the way your teams change the culture, right? Mm-hmm. About how you guys kind of took the fight to other teams instead of taking the punches, right?
Yeah.
You guys were aggressive. You played good defense.
Yeah.
That's the kind of basketball you want to play.
Yes. It starts with the leadership. Always leadership, coaches. Everyone's a reflection a reflection of each other. So that's how Coach Lonergan was, for sure.
Yeah, very important to be aggressive and be strong. And you look at what Chris Caputo has been able to do here at GW, and we were talking about it during the break about the NIL changes everything, right? Recruiting, you're recruiting like they're professional players now.
It makes the coach's job that much harder. That much harder.
Because it's not just the school, right? It's the money.
The money.
Yeah.
Changing your life is changing overnight. Some of these players. It's just like the NBA. Some players are staying because they're getting paid more in college than possibly going to the NBA.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, you would have, I guess, back in your day and age, you did transfer, but some guys would stay, like Kevin Larson or something like that, or Patricio.
So.
Did you get to play with Yuta at all, or was that after you'd left?
Yeah, I did not play with Yuta. I met him a couple times, but yeah, he came after me.
Have you been able to watch A-10 basketball over the years?
I have not, but I know it had changed drastically, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's definitely it's changed, but I have not watched it as much, me being away so much.
And you look at how important it is to have depth. Here we go, Castro into the front court with the two-handed jam. When you see a big man like that,
he can run the floor.
You like to see that, right?
Yeah, you can just get up and down, That's the name of the game.
And in my 20 years, the hands of a big man are important too, right?
Yes, one of the most important things, especially now. The game is so fast.
That feels like the real
jacket
deal.
off. We got 7 minutes to go. It's a little warm in here because of the great crowd. Got to find a way to get a couple stops and a couple scores, and you're right in this thing.
Yeah, big time out there just moments ago. Thank you to Isaiah Armwood and Maurice Creek.
Baltimore, and then Mo Creek from Oxon Hill, who then transferred over to Hargrave Military. Played for Kevin Keats, Kevin Plank's school, Hargrave Military. And then, of course, Montrose Christian, Stu Vedder for Isaiah Armwood. That was a nice group. Lonergan brought back a nice group there that ended up going to the NCAA.
2014 NCAAs and then NIT in 15 and 16, winning it all. Great move there from Caleb Williams, and a big steal in the backcourt by Georgetown, and a foul against the Revs. So some work to do here on defense.
Did they call that goaltending or foul? What did they call there, Byron?
Looks like
Clarence was waiting to see.
They're giving it to GW.
So it must have been, he must have stepped out.
Yeah, there's no foul on the play. Let's see if they can look at the video replay. But a big steal by KJ Lewis. Misses the layup, and then now they're going to see what's happening.
Previous play is being challenged by GW of the goaltending.
So they did score that basket. That was the previous basket. They have not put up the 66, so it stands at 64. And GW retains their timeout and challenge. 10-point game. Christian Jones into the front court. Castro looking for some room, guarded there by Iwu Chekwu. Garrett Johnson has it knocked away. Hustle from Malik Mack and the steal. Front court is KJ Lewis, and he can't finish. Iwu Chekwu also can't get it to go, but he did get the rebound, and he draws the foul. He'll go to the line.
Here's what I don't like, Byron. Georgetown's on the floor first. Georgetown runs the break. They get a miss. Georgetown's on the rim first. Like, GW, you got to huddle up right now. No more beating us to loose balls or second shots. And you can see, hey, Byron, you've been doing this a long time. You can see there's just a little 1-2% size difference. A little bit stronger, a little bit taller in Georgetown. That's why they're in the Big East.
Boo Boo Benjamin coming back in for Garrett Johnson, under 7 remaining. 7'1" senior from Nigeria, Vince Iwu Chekwu, St. John's and USC. Soft touch there, and the lead is 11, matching their largest of the game. Jenkins into the front court. Tyrone Marshall Jr. back to Castro, double teamed. Lost the handle. The steal for Abraham. Tyrone Marshall Jr. the steal on the Entry. Lots of contact. Christian Jones down low. Marshall holds on. Dinkins the long three. Castro
Nice
inside
rebound.
underneath the basket too far.
It's a good rebound. It's got to power that up, especially Big East team. You know someone's always around the rim.
Malik Mack in the corner.
Too
Left
open.
open KJ Lewis. Iwu Chekwu. Steal. Trey Dinkins. Dinkins front court. Locked away by KJ Lewis. And that one goes out of bounds. Back to GW. A little helter-skelter up and down as Luke Hunger comes back in for Castro.
You see that Cooley, he's saying, great block, let's make an easy play. This is why, look, that's what happens when you go to Arizona, because you're super athletic, KJ Lewis.
Yeah,
But they couldn't convert on the other end. This opens the door with 5 minutes left, 11-point game, no big deal. You gotta get scores if you're GW.
Luke Hunger waiting. Autry comes through. That clears the space. Hunger inside. Outside to Jones. He'll go down the lane for the floater, and he connects again.
He's really good.
Christian Jones having a big night. 6 of 7, 13 points. Jeremiah Williams. Caleb Williams back out to Jeremiah. Down the lane, great back door to KJ Lewis for the layup. And what a play.
What a pass. You got to give credit where credit's due.
Under 5 minutes remaining.
Too many
That
turnovers.
pass is stolen away.
Too many turnovers. Ooh, getting it back.
16 turns for the Revs. Castro's coming back in with Dinkins. GW gets the ball back. They need to start heating up. Dinkins across left side. Ball bounces off of Hoya. Dinkins gets it back. Weaves his way through. Entry float to Slim. Ripped away, triple team. Layup is good by Castro and one. KJ Lewis trying to talk trash with Castro. And you can't really talk trash when the guy lays it in.
No.
And one coming up. It doesn't look like Castro's saying anything. It's like the Miami defensive back there getting excited about the fourth down play when Louisville got the ball at the 2. First and goal. Here comes Castro. Slim tonight. 9 points, 6 rebounds. Big free throw there. Defense a little bit of trap in the full court by the Revs. Front court, Jeremiah. KJ Lewis in the corner. Guarded by Autry. Gets it back out. Tyrone Marshall Jr. steal.
Got to convert here.
Leaning in, lost his
Right call. It's the right call.
balance.
Burn him. But you want to score on these. See, that's a lob play.
Castro
Nice.
inside, blocked away by the 7-footer. What a block by Halaifanua.
That's a couple of key blocks. So you're talking about a 4-point game right now, Byron. It's a block by Arizona Lewis, and that's a block on Castro. See, he didn't think that's you want to play in the NBA. You got to always be ready for that.
3 blocks now for the Hoyas. That one short rim. Tyrone Marshall Jr. another
Gotta
big
finish
play.
this. Nice.
Boo-boo, great bounce pass. Lots of contact. We're going to get Jeremiah Williams for the collision with Castro.
Got to remember, Byron, those look good on paper. Just get it and throw it up to the rim for Castro. He's 6'9", he's running. You know, bounce pass hard for him to handle.
That's where he has the advantage. Get it up above the rim.
Yeah, just you ask him to catch a bounce pass on the run. I mean, it's not that he can't. There's a lot of crowd. You throw it up in the air, he's going to catch it.
Team fouls 5 for Georgetown, 3 for GW at
See, now you're not
3:21.
Now you're not even getting to the line.
Nope. Castro outside for Dinkins, comes off the screen, thinks about firing, but sees the size of Harris Smith. Slim will turn and drive again.
Nice move.
Fade away, jumper a little bit long.
Yeah,
Rebound,
one more.
Autry, offensive board for GW. Boo-Boo out of the corner.
It's a good play, got to make it.
Does not go. GW 8 of 29 from downtown. Backdoor pass for KJ Lewis, and Marshall
Late
with the
whistle.
call for the foul. And it looks like KJ is okay.
So, Byron, not to be critical, but we had a block shot by Georgetown, another block shot by Georgetown, an open three that maybe didn't go, and then we didn't convert on the fast break, which they fouled, and we didn't get an offensive opportunity because they weren't in the bonus. You asked me to start this game what you're looking for. Those are situations, Byron, we're going to prepare for. Now we're not going to get it blocked. We're going to dunk it. You know, now we're going to make sure we convert on the break because we weren't in the bonus. And then, defensively, George Washington, other than trying to double early, has been fine. It's the offense. Chris Caputo's teams are used to scoring more than 59 points with 2.5 minutes to go in the game.
Here is Lewis at the line. He's got 4 points on the night.
I'm rating Williams and Mack as my 1 and 2. Castro 3, Christian Jones 4, my top 4 players of this game coming in blind. Caleb Williams really tremendous. Mack got improved. Castro, I know Christian Jones showed he can play at this level. The question is which guys on the bench for GW are going to step up to get them to, control the top half of the A-10.
Here is Jones down the right side. In the corner, Boo-Boo's open again. Baseline 3 is good by Boo-Boo Benjamin. He's got skills.
Jones driving. That's Jones driving, making the play with his left
kick out.
hand.
6 points, the difference. 2:25 and 2 timeouts for the Rebs. Need a stop.
That's a foul.
And Christian going for the steal, but it is going to be called a hack, and that'll be a personal number 4 on Jones.
But they're not shooting. So here's Christian, drives it. Benjamin, hadn't made a 3, but now he's ready and makes one. Big shot. Now Benjamin's got double
Christian
figures.
might go the whole way here. That's his 4th foul.
Has to.
Exhibition.
Can't come out.
2:19 on the clock.
See,
Team fouls 5
I'm not
apiece.
saying Byron he shouldn't come out because get the 5th foul. Don't foul. It's your sophomore redshirt who took a year off. Don't foul. If you're Christian Jones, we need you in the game.
There's
Tough
the
shot.
step back. Goodness gracious. Jamal Murray light. Again from Malik Mack. Down the lane, Jones into
Catch
the
that with
corner,
2
out of
hands.
bounds, a little bit out of control.
Got to catch it with 2 hands.
Yeah, but when you leave your feet to make a pass, also, you have very
I
few
bet you
options.
didn't say that to your Broncos receivers when you beat the
That
Eagles.
Jets game was terrible, though. They got the Eagles. You're right. In that Jets game, they got lucky.
But you gotta just catch that ball. It's too late in the game. I agree about leaving your feet, but you have to catch that as a receiver.
Harris Smith. You can chew up some clock here with the lead.
This is where Ed Cooley, he's always done this at BC as an assistant, Fairfield head coach.
Entry low point, Harrison Smith. Blocked away by Castro. Christian Jones going down the right side in the corner. Tyrone Marshall Jr. Ball stolen away for a moment. Jones got it back into the corner.
Great pass by
Autry
Jones.
just can't get an opening.
No,
He'll
slide.
go to the basket instead. Hey, he flushes it home. On the baseline, but he was not inbound, so the clock started running. But that's a cool play by Georgetown that was wasted because they figured it out. They're going to do the same play again. Takes his spot on the baseline. Here comes the trap.
Trey Autry, you saw the guy step in. You got to get in front of him. Your guy inbounded to the inbounder. I threw it to you. Trey Autry, just stay with the guy that's passed it.
I'm out for the Hoyas. They got 1 left.
Now,
Minute 14 remaining.
there's nobody on the ball for Harris Smith, right?
So nothing's guaranteed here. You got 22 on the shot clock. If you can get a stop here and get a bucket, that changes the
Look at
momentum.
We have Mike Bray from the Hawks, and you're a Denver Nuggets fan, and I do the Wizards telecast. I'm not just saying this. Look at that. If that scores in the pros, we have plenty of time, Byron, right? In other words, Byron's right. If you can get a stop or a steal here, you're in business, especially with the three-point line. But GW chose not to put anyone on the ball, and the Hoyas, you can't run too close. You got to kind of spread out. But good ploy by, I like the guy on the ball because he makes it hard to inbound, but GW just crowded it up with the other, they had 5 guys on 4. Harris Smith's coming to take it out again. The ball, the 6th Maryland transfer.
All right, one timeout for each team with a minute 14. Hoyas inbounding from the backcourt to the front court. Harris Smith is fouled. That's only the 6th team foul. Trey Dinkins picks up the personal, his first. Next one, they'll go to the line.
Trey Dinkins looked good to me today. He didn't make every shot, but Trey Dinkins looks like he belongs. Gives him some good experience, can make shots. It's the way he moves. I liked him in his game today. GW.
Here we go, the handoff again. Harris Smith lost it for a moment, and they call the foul. Oh, man, it would have been great if they would let that play go a little bit, because he didn't really have possession.
No, he took his eye off the ball.
Man alive. That would have been fun to see what was going to happen there. But they do call the 7th foul against GW, so 1-1 coming up for Harris Smith. Going to the line, transfer from Maryland. Coming in for the Hoyas, and obviously Georgetown playing Maryland in the regular season, so that'll be a big game for Harris Smith. Woodbridge, Virginia. Free throw is good. 7-point lead for the Hoyas. 69 seconds remaining. Castro and Marshall Jr. on the low blocks for the Revs. Missed the second one. Long rebound. Caleb Williams. It's a huge one.
That just can't happen. If you want to win the game, that can't happen.
Burning some clock, and they call the foul. It'll be Autry. And this time, Malik Mack. That was a big offensive rebound for the Hoyas.
That's the game. That's all four GW guys have to watch film with Coach Caputo and staff. Matt Colpoys, I love him. What a scout. They got Lamont there, Coach Lee. But you got to get together and say that you 4 can't let this happen. Malik's not going to miss that. You had Harris Smith, who's not a great, by the way, Harris Smith's not a great shooter, so you kind of should have been expecting that.
Well, Malik has been as advertised. 13 points, 4 rebounds a game last year for the Hoyas.
That's a good rebound by Marshall. Now you got to drive it to the basket if you're Jones. Just
get a quick basket here. Christian Jones looking for an opening.
It's not fast enough.
Clock is running. Boo Boo Benjamin back to Jones. Long 3, no good. And that'll do it. 42 seconds left. GW was able to cut it down to a 2-possession game. Georgetown led by the 6 points as well. Now it's grown to 8, and they'll get a chance at the line. And just a special night here for GW basketball. May not end in a win, but certainly a very valuable experience for the Revs. And to see this crowd show how hard each team was playing, gotta portend for a great season for both teams. There's Tyrone Marshall Jr. And here is Harris Smith again at the line, the lefty. He is short on that. Castro rebound, 41 seconds remaining. Floats it up to Christian Jones, driving through the paint and glass, no good. Malik Mack the rebound. Trap in the corner and got a foul against Christian Jones. That'll be it for him. Coach Caputo will join us in the postgame to give us thoughts on this monumental matchup. A great re-beginning of what has become one of the best matchups for a long time.
Or wherever they're going to come from now, because the transfer thing's real. And this would be another reason to transfer back home to play in this game. Yeah, I'm lobbying, and I think Ed Cooley's the guy that can maybe push this through. Chris Caputo obviously has been tremendous in all he's done.
Georgetown would love to work on those free throws. 9 of 18 tonight.
Yeah, well, there's always, as you said, there's always something. That's why you play these. The coaches have the film to watch and they work on. And Chris Caputo going to play Florida in the Panthers Arena this year, and South Florida, UConn on a trip to the Caymans. And the schedule's building. I think the next step is to get a game like this on the schedule.
Shot clock is off. Lead is 9.
Yeah. Now, if you're the Hoyas, you want to stop the ball, but don't foul.
Dinkins from way out, and that one doesn't draw either. It goes back to the Hoyas, and Caputo might call off the Dogs here. No fouls. Yep, he's saying it. No fouls. 20 seconds left. Dinkins is trying to foul Lewis, and Coach Caputo's like, let him go, let him go. A monumental matchup. It's nice. For the first time in over 40 years, Georgetown and GW get to play a basketball game against each other, even though it's an exhibition.